Namaste. Today we are going to discuss the question answer, grammar and writing of Unit 13, Population and Migration. Reading first. A century of world population trends 1950 to 2050. Let's start our exercise. Match the following words with their correct meanings. First one is populous and its meaning is having a large population densely populated. Second, mortality, the, the number of deaths in a particular situation or a period of time. Projection, an estimation of what figures will be in the future. Demographic, relating to the population and different groups within it. Peak, to reach the highest point or value. Stabilization, the process of making something unlikely to change. Trajectory, a path followed by something. Surpass, to be greater than something or exceed. Let's move to next one. Disparate, disparate means completely dissimilar. Complete the following sentences with the correct information from the text. The highest population growth rate in the past 100 years was 2.1%. B. Population growth rate is likely to reach below 1% by mid-21st century. The factors that determine the growth rate of the world population are fertility and mortality. In the early 2020s, Eastern and Southeastern Asia had the largest population. The population of the sub-Saharan region is likely to reach about 2 billion by the end of the 2040s. The low level of fertility will cause a fall in population size of Europe and Northern America by the late 2030s. India is likely to exceed the population of China by 2023. Let's move to question number C. Answer these questions. First question is, what was the size of the world population in the mid-20th century? Answer is, the size of the world population in the mid-20th century was 5 billion. What was the fastest population growth rate in the past century? The fastest population growth rate in the past century was around 2.1% per year. Why has the population growth rate declined in the recent years? Population growth rate has declined in recent years primarily due to reduced levels of fertility. What is the predicted world population size by 2050? The predicted world population size by 2050 is 9.7 billion. Next, how do fertility and mortality contribute to the size of the population? When the fertility rate is higher than the mortality rate, the population will grow in size, and when the mortality rate is higher than the fertility rate, the population will decrease in size. Therefore, fertility and mortality rates are important in determining the size of the population. Which countries contribute to the largest population in Eastern and Southeastern Asia? China and India contribute to the largest population in Eastern and Southeastern Asia, with each having more than 1.4 billion people in 2022. G. Why will population regions have a different population variation in the next 30 years? Population regions will have different population variation in the next 30 years due to factors such as varying fertility rates, mortality rates, migration patterns, and government policies related to population control. Which countries are most likely to contribute to the growth of world population by 2050? The Democratic Republic of the Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Nigeria, Pakistan, the Philippines, and the United Republic of Tanzania are most likely to contribute to the growth of world population by 2050. Do you think the world's population will increase as projected in the text? Discuss. The world's population projection indicating a doubling by 2050 remains subject to uncertainty due to various influential factors. Fertility rates, healthcare advancements and involving societal norms and contribute to potential deviations from these estimates. Changes in birth rates, family planning practices, and access to contraception can significantly affect population growth. Advancement in healthcare and medical technologies may alter life expectancies, impacting growth rate. Additionally, evolving societal norms, economic conditions, and migration patterns play pivotal roles in determining population trends. Acknowledging these complexities, accurate forecasting necessitates continuous monitoring and adaptation to the dynamic nature of these influential factors. Grammar, unexpected result connectives. We will talk about although, even though, and though, despite, in spite of. If you want to see the rules of this grammar unexpected results, you can click the description box and get the link to watch the grammatical rules. Match the sentences halves and make meaningful sentences. First one is we continued the match. Next part is though it was raining heavily. Dolma was selected for the post even though she had no prior experience for the job. Christina attended the class despite the fact that she was not feeling well. I often leave home quite late. However, I always reach my office on time. Chintamani never participates in social functions despite looking very sociable. It was snowing heavily, yet it was not too cold. He did not give up smoking in spite of the warning of the doctor. I have never been to Bandipur, though it is not far from my home. We were lost in the town, although we had the map of the town with us. Complete the sentences below in a suitable way. Use the connectives of contradiction where necessary. Although I had not seen him before, I knew a lot about him. Even though it was snowing outside, I went to meet her. In spite of his hard work, he couldn't succeed in his aim. Although Sarmistha had not prepared well, she gave a good speech at the function. Although Subina lived in France for only 6 months, she spoke excellent French. You can write your own ideas here as well. Next, I had not eaten anything since last evening. However, I didn't feel hungry. In spite of our hard work, we were not qualified for the final match. Thousands of people visit there every month, even though the restaurant was not very popular. Although I studied hard, I could only attempt half of the questions. Although we gave her everything she wanted, she was not pleased with us at all. Let's move to next question. Writing first. Nepali student migration. Here is the data. On the basis of data, we can interpret the diagram. If you want to get the knowledge about it, if you want to get the rules of interpreting pie chart and data, you can click description box here to get the video. The provided bar chart illustrates the movement of Nepali scorers throughout a decade spanning from 2009-10 to 2018-19 for educational objectives. During the 2009-10 academic year, there was a total of 26,948 Nepali learners who migrated for academic purpose. The subsequent year in 2010-11 witnessed a significant drop in this number, with only 11,912 students opting for overseas education. However, the count of Nepali student migrants exhibited a gradual ascent in the subsequent years. From 2011-12 to 2012-13, there was a minor decline in migration, which figured of 10,258 and 16,499 students respectively. Nevertheless, in the 2013-14 academic year, there was a noteworthy surge, with surge means increase, with 28,126 students venturing abroad for education. This upward trajectory persisted in the subsequent academic year, with 30,696 students in 2014 and 15, and 37,037 students in 2015 and 16. So if you want to get ideas about this, you can click here in description box to get rules along with the sample description. The most substantial spike in students migration took place between 2015-16 and 16-17, when the number capitulated to 50,659 students. This surge means increase, signifies a substantial upswing in the quantity of Nepali scholars seeking educational opportunities overseas. The trend continued its upward trajectory. Trajectory means curve हुन्छ, line हुन्छ है, यो डाटा माथि तल गएको हुन्छ नि, त्यसलाई भन्छ ट्राजेक्टरी पाथ भनौँ न. In the subsequent years, reaching 58,758 students in 2017-18 and 63,259 students in 2018-19. In summary, the diagram suggests that an increasing number of Nepali students are opting for international education, indicating a heightened interest in pursuing educational opportunities beyond their home nation. Next one is pie chart. Distribution of population of Kathmandu metropolitan in terms of language based on the population census 2011 is given here, and we are going to write or interpret this pie chart. The pie chart illustrates the breakdown of Kathmandu metropolitan's population by different languages as per 2011 population census. It offers valuable insights into the varied linguistic landscape of the area. Nepali emerges as the most prevalent language, boasting a substantial population of 5,97,570 speakers. This underscores Nepali's predominant position with Kathmandu metropolitan. Nepali ranks as the second most commonly spoken language with 1,85,330 speakers, underscoring its significance in the region. Tamang and Maithili also command noteworthy speakers population, counting 54,109 and 27,521 individuals respectively. Further accentuating the linguistic diversity, additionally Hindi and Bhojpuri exhibit significant population of 17,608 and 15,621 speakers, likely attributed to cultural and historical ties between Nepal and India. The data reveals that 44,239 individuals in Kathmandu metropolitan converse in language of categorized as others. In summary, the chart implies that while Nepali holds a dominant position, the population of Kathmandu metropolitan is characterized by rich linguistic tapestry or diversity. The presence of various languages mirrors of the cultural ethnic diversity of the region. If you want to know about how to describe pie chart, how to get ideas describing pie chart, interpreting pie chart, diagram, line graph, you can click here in description box to get the rules and sample exercises. Thank you for watching the videos. We will meet in the next videos with reading second of unit 13. Thank you.